it down to two, right? I think in terms of business continuity and how you ensure that you have plans in place and then keeping your businesses alive, the two are a little bit different. So one is pre a disruption. And pre-disruption, it's important. And when I speak to it, I let people think, people believe that business continuity planning is something so complex. But it's just asking yourself the question, no matter the size of company, whether it's a large corporate or a small business, you have to ask yourself the question, what will happen to me or this company if this disruption happens? That's just the starting point, right? When you ask yourself that question and you take time to say, what if I can't work, if tomorrow, Bernard, this building is not available, what will happen to Citi TV? Does it mean that if today's program will not come on? That is the beginning. So once you know that your customers or your stakeholders are important to you, it's important that every business spends some time asking themselves that question. Once that question has been asked, then you say, I have to invest in it. I have to dedicate some resource to it. Then after that, you need to have the necessary time to be able to test these plans, like I said earlier. And then you have to, when you test those plans and you realize that maybe there are challenges to it, you are able to put interventions in place. Then let me turn to keeping your business alive. The first thing that every business must do is you need to stay close to your customers. Your customers are the reason why you have a business in the first place. So by staying close to your customers, you are able to identify what their needs are and what their challenges are. And then that is the juicy part. Every business today, by understanding your needs and your challenges, then you have to be able to adapt your business. So first, stay close to your customers. Ensure that you know what has happened, show them that you care about them. Then once you know that the challenges and then the needs of the business and you have adapted to it, then you have to find the solutions. You have to solution your customers. Now, it may be that you are unable to provide every solution. And that's another advice I'll give to businesses. Look for a partner. You don't have to do everything yourself. The fact that it's better to have a percentage of a large cake than actually not have any cake at all. So partnership is key in these times to keep your business alive. Because, and during the crisis, I realized that lots of companies adapted to doing home deliveries. And then the question then that will be asked, does it mean that you need to have sort of invest in delivery, a business? No, you don't have to. You can actually partner with another third party and to be able to provide that service. And then the other thing that is also key is you need to manage your cash. I mean, it seems like a very basic thing, but if you are cash strapped, all your plans, all your ideas, or your ability to keep your business alive, it's next to impossible. So a few things there as well. You can actually speak to your bank. At Absa Bank, what we've done is we've given payment holidays, a moratorium to our customers to give them a bit of a breather. If revenues are going down and you're not able to generate the same revenue, give them a break. So speak to your bankers. It doesn't mean that you have to bank with Absa, but you're welcome to come and bank with us. But we have done that. Speak to your suppliers. Let them give you extended credit terms. That will actually give you a bit of a breather also in having to pay out immediately to your suppliers. Everyone across the world is impacted. So speak to your supplier, engage them. They might be able to give you some kind of credit terms that will enable you to be able to keep your cash flow going. And then another key thing that businesses must adopt. COVID-19 has challenged us. It has actually made us think outside the box. It has made us see that things that previously we thought was important, we can do without. And therefore, we can become more efficient. And let me touch on some of the areas. For example, travel. Everyone thought that I need to travel to Kumasi, I need to travel to the north. But when you couldn't travel, you still had to operate your business. We adopted the technology tools. So as now you have viewers on Zoom, I don't think that you ever had a panel that were coming from Zoom.
Ever.
Now, what does that mean? It means that you can actually do things cheaper. Traveling also actually takes a lot of your time. Imagine there are people who travel from one location to the other, takes 2 hours to get to work, 2 hours back. What COVID-19 has taught us is we never knew as Absa Bank that a number of us can work from home. And therefore, what it has taught us that if some people can be more effective working from home, adopt that. It will be cheaper for you. Then also I want to touch on another area that actually people don't use a lot. Technology can enable you to actually reduce the cost in your business. It can actually take out redundant costs. It can actually automate administrative activities that are repetitive and actually to make you more efficient. So in the area of managing your cash, there are a number of tools that you can use. I've mentioned travel is one. Even your premises that you occupy, you can reduce that. Because if you're working from home and you don't need to occupy the large space that you actually used to occupy before, you can actually reduce your cost there. Then you can actually also use technology as a means of streamlining your business, making it more efficient, and to have sufficient cash flow to keep your business alive.
I can see cash flow is very big for Absa, because your colleague, Mensah-Baah, on the show this morning, gave me a nice quote. She says, revenue is vanity, profit is sanity, cash is king, cash is the boss. And I think you're saying the same thing there.
Exactly.
And I also see similarities between your point about staying close to customers with a connection point. It's actually similar things you're saying, using different perspectives. You're talking about what will happen, and then you're asking, test the assumption, stay close to customer, be solution oriented, think of partnerships, of course, use technology to solve problems.